What is up, guys? It's Bruin Steel here, and welcome back to another WWE broadcast. I'm your host, Bruin Steel, and I am once joined by Canadian Yorker, and he actually showed up for our Friday Night Smackdown broadcast. How are you doing tonight?
Doing pretty well today. How about yourself?
Good, good, good. We have a lot to talk about. And before we get into this video, I just want to remind you guys again that me, Canadian Yorker, and a good friend of ours, Joey, the three of us are going to WWE Monday Night Raw on December 4th, which is taking place in Albany, New York. So we're going to that event. I just booked tickets, so we're going to have a fun time. So be sure to look out for the full matches in the blog. I'm not even sure if we're gonna do a WWE talk for that. I think just like one full blog. It's technically you're gonna see what's gonna happen at the event, so I don't think we need to do a broadcast. But it's really up to Canadian Yorker if you still want to do one. Even though we went to the event, but I don't think we'll be doing one. But we will wait and see. It's still early, but today we are talking about the WWE's Friday Night SmackDown that took place October 27th. 2023 from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. This was 2 days ago, so the days are coming near for Crown Jewel. I can't wait for Crown Jewel. There's been so many matches that have been announced, so it's going to take place November 4th at Saudi Arabia. Is going to stream. It's going to be streaming at 4 p.m. Yes, because it is out of the country. The pay per view will be streaming next Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern time. So be sure to watch it. I definitely will watch it because I don't think. Yeah, I think I'm working. I'm not sure, but be sure to check out Crown Jewel next Saturday, 12 p.m. Eastern time, November 4th. So yeah, let's get to it. A lot of events that's happened to talk about. Um, so let's get started. The first segment is just right off the bat. The show starts off with Roman Reigns making his entrance, flanked by Paul Heyman. It's the undisputed WWE Championship contract signing for Crown Jewel. But Roman Reigns was trying to. Oh, LA Knight was badass in this segment. LA Knight interrupting Roman Reigns' entrance and sitting down in the chair where Roman Reigns usually sit, and basically the two signed the contract and basically say that like I said, LA Knight was badass, saying that, hey, Roman, since I'm in your seat, you're the one that needs to acknowledge me. And, went back and forth, people chanting, Roman's scared, Roman's scared. And, went back and forth. And would you know, LA Knight started talking again, and then he gets attacked by Roman. But Jimmy Uso comes out, tries to save Roman. Roman manages to run away. But LA Knight managed to put Jimmy Uso through the table. So it's official. They're gonna face off against Crown Jewel. Like I said, there's nothing really to talk about except that Roman Reigns' plan failed. But yeah, what do you think of this opening segment?
I think it was a really good opening segment. Roman Reigns coming down. He's gonna do his usual thing. He's gloating. He's making his statement known. He's showing he's the big dog and all that stuff. And then, but he gets interrupted by LA Knight. LA Knight is just really getting under Roman's skin. He's playing psychological warfare against Roman Reigns. To unsettle him, make him afraid, make him doubt himself, and he really is getting under Roman's skin um, by making sure Roman doesn't set the tone. LA Knight is the one setting the tone, and he's trying to show Roman that he's hungry. He's coming for his title. He's not there because you know he's really there. He's coming for Roman's title, and LA Knight is showing the hunger. He's showing the drive and the hunger that Roman Reigns is not displaying right here. Roman Reigns is the champion. LA Knight is the underdog, and whenever there's an underdog, you know that there's going to be a drive to really to show you're the best, to push yourself to through sheer hard work and become the best. And so LA Knight is making sure that Roman Reigns under he, Roman Reigns is not seeing the threat of that LA Knight is. As LA Knight is talking big, LA Knight is calling shots, saying he's gonna overthrow Roman, and that could happen at Crown Jewel. If LA Knight overthrows Roman, well, LA Knight is the future megastar of WWE, just like how John Cena was the megastar, but now LA Knight is the up and coming megastar that we see in the WWE right here. If LA Knight beats Roman Reigns, that would change the trajectory of this story right here.
No.
That would change the trajectory of this story. I see that you're disagreeing with me right here, but if this is just an if LA Knight does it, where would Roman go? You don't really know what would happen with that. So
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, guys. If you think LA Knight's gonna beat Roman, you're on some type of drug. Um, like if you think LA Knight's gonna beat Roman, I don't know what drugs you're taking these days. So yeah, but be sure to make sure you acknowledge your tribal chief because he's retaining.
well, maybe
Yeah.
maybe LA Knight would be the one being acknowledged. Maybe you never know. It might happen.
Before
I'm
we
just
go,
saying it
but I
might
do want to
happen.
mention something because it is announced that actually, to my surprise, because they've been advertising week after week, months after months, but it's announced that Roman Reigns won't be at Survivor Series, and I've been talking about a possible Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins at Survivor Series, but it's confirmed that Roman Reigns won't be at the pay-per-view of Survivor Series. So my question is, what's going to happen? So maybe Seth Rollins really is ready to lose his title, but we're not going to talk about that now. I just want to mention that.
Yep.
But moving on to the next segment or match, whatever, is the LWO Carlito and Santos Escobar versus the Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford. Um, this was a okay of a match. I didn't really watch it because the live stream that I was trying to stream last week was absolute trash. So I just watched update on Twitch. So not Twitch, sorry, Twitter. But yeah, it was just interference like always. Well, I don't think. Well, that's the thing I like about Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. They never had like interference and shit like that. But Bobby Lashley's interfered, and I'm like, really? Come on, man. But it went back and forth until LWO was interrupted because it showed Rey Mysterio watching the match backstage until he got sucker punched by Logan Paul. Logan Paul laying out Rey Mysterio. That shows that Logan Paul is going to win the title. I hopefully he does. But yes, Logan Paul sucker punches Rey Mysterio backstage, distracting Santos Escobar and the entire LWO. And because of that, Santos Escobar turns away and gets hit by the revelation by the Street Profits. The Street Profits takes advantage off of the distraction. The Street Profits defeats LWO by pinfall. So what did you think of this match?
Honestly, the LWO has been distracted by Logan Paul, of course, who is this baby heel that he's trying to be, who's this fake wrestler right here. He's this fake baby heel wrestler, okay? And Logan Paul, let's be clear about this. Just like your statement about Roman Reigns winning and retaining his title, I don't see Rey Mysterio losing to Logan Paul. Okay, there's been times in the past where Rey Mysterio has been cheap shotted before. Okay, but Rey Mysterio is a crafty wrestler. We all know Rey Mysterio is not easy to take down because he's very technical. He's a very technical wrestler. I can see Rey Mysterio retaining his title, retaining his United States Championship. Of course, if Rey Mysterio loses, what happens to the OWO? I think we can both agree that Santos Escobar will be betraying Rey Mysterio if that happens, because he's going to see Rey Mysterio in a moment of weakness, and I just get the feeling that Santos Escobar will betray Rey Mysterio. It will happen. It will happen. If Rey Mysterio loses his title, it will happen. I guarantee it. I believe it will happen. And I just don't like the Logan Paul. I don't want to see Logan Paul win this title against Rey Mysterio, but we'll have to see what happens at Crown Jewel.
All right. Going on to the next match. Like you said before, I tried to avoid backstage segment, but it just wasn't much. Roman Reigns saying that was horrible that he got attacked by LA Knight earlier for the table and said that you should make the match so it's LA Knight versus Jimmy Uso tonight. And then basically Logan Paul comes across Kevin Owens wearing a Rey Mysterio and tells him off. That was hilarious. I like to see Kevin Owens versus Logan Paul someday. And basically Kevin Owens sucker punched, double punched Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. So obviously people will love that because Grayson Waller and Austin Theory has become a most hated tag team. But I'm telling you, they got something going on. But the next match is Chelsea Green versus Shotzi Blackheart. In a one-on-one match. Chelsea Green, one half of the women's tag team champions, going on and going one-on-one with Shotzi. I don't know what I can say about this match, but I can say that my fact states that Chelsea Green is absolute trash, and she and Pippa Niven should just drop the titles. Like this Chelsea Green is absolute trash. Like how many matches has she lost? And she just gets too, pushy in this match. She gets too cocky in this match. And what do you know, Shotzi, she's standing there, come on, I'm the best in the world. And what do you know, Shotzi, she gets distracted, and Shotzi wins by a crucial pin. Like I said, she is absolute garbage, and she needs to drop the titles. Shotzi defeats Chelsea Green by pinfall. What did you think of this match?
I think this is interesting because now we're seeing the isn't Shotzi's in damage control, right?
No, Shotzi is
So,
not. No. She's been feuding with
oh,
Bailey. Yeah, she was the one that got her hair cut by Bailey in Damage Control. Yeah.
okay. Okay, then. So she will not be feud. She would not be a part of that. So Shotzi would need some sort of tag team partner to be with her to go after Chelsea Green and a tag team partner. So
Hopefully she doesn't
interesting.
choose.
We have
Hopefully
to.
she doesn't choose Nikki Cross.
Yeah, well, we had to see who her tag team partner will be, and yes, it will not be that Cross girl because she's a worst tag team partner. It will be. I could see Natalia teaming up with Shotzi because then that would be a good match. She would be a good tag team partner for Shotzi because her last partner was a horrible partner, horrible pick. So
People are saying that it's rumored that Uncle Howdy is returning and that Uncle Howdy possessed Nikki Cross, and people are saying that Uncle Howdy is gonna find an alliance with Nikki Cross. What do you think of that?
okay, that would be an interesting combination.
But for real
So
though,
yeah.
I am Triple H. I don't know if you are watching. You're probably not watching this video, but Triple H, this is to you. I am fucking dead ass fucking serious right now. Chelsea Green is not a champion after all the fucking matches she lost. Please drop them the fucking titles. Like holy shit. Like how bad can you be a champion and then just lose multiple matches? I don't understand that. Triple H, please have them drop the titles to someone else. Like let's just say who. I mean Bianca Blair is going one on one with IYO Sky at Crown Jewel, but I was expecting Bianca Blair should team up with Charlotte Flair to win the titles. If that's the case, give the titles to them. That would be an unstoppable tag team right there. Charlotte Flair and Bianca Blair. But please, Triple H, fucking have them drop the fucking titles if they're gonna just lose match after match. Like holy moly.
Didn't they win? Didn't they win their last match though?
Yeah, because it was 2-on-1. No shit.
We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Triple H.
Yeah, and then
Let this
Pimper
Bianca
Nivens
Belair
just no,
Charlotte
this Pimper Nivens
see
shows
tag team.
no like happiness towards Chelsea Green. Maybe because they lose all the time. That's just a horrible tag team. Like, please drop the titles. Like, Pimper Nivens doesn't show any positive attitude towards Chelsea Green. Like, Chelsea Green has all the energy. Yeah, then Pimper Nivens like. Like, what is the chemistry there? Like, I don't understand. Like, whatever. It's just please have them drop the titles. But moving forward, we got the 16-time World champion, the greatest of all time, John Cena, making his entrance, talking about his match with Solo Sikoa. That's another thing I forgot to mention. It's announced that John Cena will go one-on-one with Solo Sikoa at Ground Jewel. That's gonna be a great match, but it just brings me back to the John Cena versus Umaga days, because Umaga had the Samoan spike as well, and now Solo does it, so it's basically John Cena versus Umaga 2.0. But going into this segment, John Cena comes out and talks about his match with Solo, saying that Crown Jewel is so serious because it's first time in 20 years. He's scared that he's gonna learn his respect. He's scared that he's gonna lose the support, but the fans feel that you still got it. And basically, John Cena's all emotional, saying that what if he doesn't? John Cena basically, he's getting old, and people say that, like Joey once said, that John Cena is out of his prime and he's getting old. But he still wants to go on. Hopefully, he doesn't deal with like something that Seth Rollins going with now, like dealing with a back injury or something like that. An injury that fast can just put you out of action. Just like Randy Orton's back. Obviously, and Big E's neck injury that he has. Big E hasn't come back yet. Like I said, the injuries are serious. You never know. One huge blow to one part of your body can end your career. Obviously. Like I said, what Seth Rollins is going through with his back, and he was thinking about retirement, hopefully, but obviously it was just a thought that Seth Rollins said he might retire, but John Cena said that he might lose the support, obviously, and enters Paul Heyman. I always miss the one-on-one talks between Paul Heyman and John Cena. It's a history between these two men. Paul Heyman's out there for bait, saying that he gives all the respect to John Cena, but saying that Solo's gonna hit him with Samoan Spike, and that's gonna John Cena's no longer gonna take the mic and speak anymore, saying that Solo Sikoa is gonna take away that moment that he has with the WWE Universal for good. It's off of a distraction with John Cena's back turn. Solo Sikoa comes and hits the Samoan Spike on John Cena, leaving John Cena clutching his throat in the middle of the ring. Solo Sikoa with a sneak attack on John Cena, horrible, horrible way. Paul Heyman with the minds of his own, distracting John Cena, so Solo Sikoa started to attack John Cena. John Cena gets hit by a Samoan Spike, ending the segment. So what do you think of that segment?
I think, we've already seen John Cena versus Umaga. To me, it would kind of make more sense with the storyline of John Cena versus Jimmy Uso, sorry, because John Cena had insulted Jimmy Uso and said the wrong Uso retired. So it would make more sense with Paul Heyman going after Paul Heyman and Jimmy Uso being there. Because Jimmy Uso is a little crazy. And Jimmy Uso, every single time John Cena tries to throw an attitude adjustment against Solo, Jimmy just comes in and interrupts him. And it would make sense for John Cena to get upset and just retaliate against Jimmy for constantly cheap shotting him with super kicks to the face, and he doesn't have time to react. So it's just ridiculous how it keeps happening. And then, I would kind of see it being more of before we have this Jimmy versus Jay thing at Crown Jewel, we have this John Cena versus Jimmy, and then Solo versus Jay sort of situation happening. And so it would kind of play into the dynamic of the bloodline still crumbling apart and stuff. And Jimmy and it would make more sense for me to see Jimmy Uso defeating John Cena in a singles match, and then afterwards setting up this Jimmy versus Jay situation, because the I think in my opinion it would make more sense. It would give Jimmy Uso another layer of okay, he can win singles matches on his own and he doesn't need help, and instead of, I could see it more of John Cena's going to win against Jimmy, and then Solo interrupts Solo interrupts, but Jake Uso comes in and saves Solo and saves John Cena from Solo, and then it kind of has that background. So, I kind of I'm not really liking the Solo versus Cena match.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's saying that Cena's fucked and Solo's probably gonna destroy Cena, retiring Cena. That's gonna be a horrible way to end Cena's career. I still think Cena's last match should be at a WrestleMania, but I'm not quite sure. They could do. I definitely want to see like Cena versus Orton, two best friends in the greatest rivalry coming to an end at WrestleMania. And who knows, Randy Orton might not come back. Who knows? But I like to see those two guys face in one final match. How ideal would it be Cena versus Orton in their last match? Um, yeah, moving on to the next match, it's Cedric Anderson versus Dragon Lee. Dragon Lee is just I think he's like full time now. This is like so many times we've seen Dragon Lee on like SmackDown now. I think Dragon Lee should just stay on SmackDown or something because the fact that he's an NXT superstar. But yeah, Cedric Anderson, we haven't seen a lot of Cedric Anderson so far. It's just been like absolute pathetic losses from Cedric Anderson. And Dragon Lee, we've seen him a lot. This was surprisingly, people think that this wasn't a good match, but I surprisingly thought that this was a good one-on-one match. To my surprise, in my own opinion, I really liked this match, but people have been saying that it was the worst match of that evening. But I really liked this match. It was hard hitting. It was a lot of high flyers. Dragon Lee reminds me a lot. Obviously, I will say this. Obviously, you would agree with me. But Dragon Lee reminds me a lot about Rey Mysterio, like Rey Mysterio. But high flyers in this match. But yeah, it went back and forth. But Dragon Lee managed to hit the side DDT on Cedric Anderson to get the win. So Dragon Lee defeats Cedric Anderson by pinfall. So what did you think of this match?
I think it's kind of interesting. I think we have to give Dragon Lee some more development in the WWE because I think is he still green? Is he still fresh in the WWE?
He was over in NXT like at first, and then he started to show
Yeah,
up
but
on like SmackDown and Raw.
is he still new to WWE?
No, he's been here, I believe. I'm not quite sure because I don't watch NXT, but I know that I've seen him in NXT for a couple times.
Well, I would like to see him kind of get more involved with his because he has a rivalry going on with Dominic Mysterio.
Well,
So
I don't think
with him
anymore
going
though.
out doing singles, with him doing singles matches, I could see him being a great rival to Ray. I mean to Dominic. And if he joins LWO, I think he'll definitely be a great pickup for LWO because sometimes they're down a member or something.
Do you know what would be
And
a good match? Do you know what would be a good match? Dragon Lee versus Roman Reigns.
No, I don't think that would
Yeah,
be.
it was just a joke.
Maybe as an understar, as underrated, it will be underrated.
Yeah.
But
It's kind of like
maybe like
if that's the
goes
case, you
match or
just
something.
see like Roman Reigns versus Rey Mysterio all over again. How Roman Reigns whooped Rey's ass inside Hell in a Cell.
Well, that would be interesting if we see Rey Mysterio. If say Roman beats LA Knight and then Rey Mysterio challenges Roman if he loses his title to Logan Paul, God forbid.
Yeah,
He loses his
Rey
title.
Mysterio did feud with Roman Reigns. That's when Roman Reigns disrespected and attacked him and his son, whatever, in a tag team match, and then first ever SmackDown Hell in a Cell match ever on a live event at SmackDown. Rey Mysterio and Roman Reigns in the Hell in a Cell match on SmackDown. First ever time a Hell in a Cell has been held on a SmackDown. They did that Hell in a Cell match. That was a great match, by the way. So they feuded before.
Okay. Well, we'll have to see how it goes. I mean, there's so many angles in WWE you can take.
All right, moving on. Bianca Blair finally gets her return last week. You weren't here, but Bianca Blair makes her return after Damage Control injuring her 2 months ago with two steel chairs. Basically, she just came out and talked about how she wants Damage Control to pay after injuring her 2 months ago. I'm glad that Bianca Blair is back and running. Obviously, there's some haters like Joey. Screw that. But yeah, she talks about how she went for rehab, and she says that she lost her title. Before when she lost her title, like IYO Sky cashing in on her and stuff like that, and said that for the first time she's consumed with vengeance. She's angry. First time I've seen she's angry. Bianca Blair's angry like that. I can see probably Bianca Belair turning heel soon. Like, I don't know. I love to see a turn heel Bianca Belair. That'd be awesome. Um, but she said that she went to Nick Aldis and said that she officially got her match and said that it's a rematch against IYO Sky at Crown Jewel. So that's the match that's been announced. IYO Sky is going to defend the Women's Championship against Bianca Belair at Crown Jewel. It's going to be a great match. And she said that her business from Damage Control is not over because next Friday she wrestles Bayley one-on-one, and Saturday is basically Crown Jewel. So she said she's gonna take Bayley out in all of the Damage Control before beating IYO Sky and retaining her title. And I'm not sure, but what do you think of this segment with Bianca Belair?
I think I mentioned some time ago that Bianca Blair will be coming back with a vengeance to get her title back from IYO Sky because IYO Sky cashed in on her. I knew this would be happening and I mentioned it before in our previous podcast. So yes, Bianca Belair lost her title to IYO Sky after cashing it in, and Bianca is a strong woman, and I can see Bianca Belair beating IYO Sky. But IYO Sky, as we know it, very crafty, very dangerous wrestler. She definitely knows how to use a personal advantage and fight against each other. She beat Asuka. She beat Charlotte Flair. Um, she can definitely beat IYO Sky. She can definitely beat Bianca. Um, and so there's a lot of things that IYO has. She's still the champion. She could still retain her title. Um, we'll have to see how things turn out. Um, it's good to see that Bianca is going after damage control, and of course, I think you mentioned Jeff about Bayley could turn heel on IYO. That could happen possibly, but we don't know. We don't know because they're such good friends. We don't know if that will happen or not, but it could happen. So we could see the implosion of damage control,
Or we
soon.
could see Dakota Kai turn heel on the group. Like what has Dakota Kai has done for the group yet? Like all she's been doing is being their little cheerleader. Like she's probably gonna be a bit jealous not to get matches and always supporting. So you could see me probably Dakota Kai turning heel and turning on Damage Control.
Yes, actually, you're right because for the
Like
most part, Bayley is
what
being.
has Dakota Kai done so far? So far, she has been Damage Control's little cheerleader. That's basically what it is.
Yeah, and Bailey has been doing the hard work, running out, helping Io Sky to make sure she wins her matches. But to be honest with you, I do like Io Sky as a champion. I think she's been doing a good job as a champion. I think she's doing a good job,
Yeah, it's just
and
like it's just like that. Damage control needs to stop fucking interfering in matches. Same with the fucking Judgment Day. The Bloodline. I don't even know if the Bloodlines are really known to do that. That's probably how the Judgment Day learns. They probably learn from the fucking Bloodline how to interfere in matches. But the Bloodline is worldwide known for interfering in matches. But I don't believe they did that at all. If correct me if I'm wrong, my memory is horrible. Obviously, Roman's been absent, so I'm not even sure. I know that Jimmy Uso interrupted the contract signing, but who knows?
but I think we mentioned in the previous broadcast that in the previous match, the tag team title match, the blood Jimmy Uso was sent directly to interfere in the match with Cody Rhodes and Jay against the Judgment Day. It was sent directly as a message that they're going to lose their titles. Of course, because they're helping them out, their allies. The Judgment Day and the Bloodline are allies. So, of course, it's going to be you scratch my back, you scratch my back, type of situation. So of course, that makes sense. And Roman is sending a message. He plays chess. He doesn't play checkers.
All right. All right, moving on to the main event match is Jimmy Uso going 1-on-1 with LA Knight. This was a great match. So yeah, it went back and forth, hard hitting. Like I said, I kind of missed some of the matches because my stream was acting like an asshole last week. But I was streaming the Celtics game, by the way, last week instead because that stream was so much better. But I didn't really watch too much. I only saw highlights. But yeah, it went back and forth. Obviously, I kind of knew that LA Knight was gonna win this match. The underdog beating one of Roman's minions. LA Knight's got to win, right? Am I not correct? But I kind of knew LA Knight was going to win, which he does. LA Knight hit a huge superplex on Jimmy and was able to hit the BFT on Jimmy Uso. But afterwards, Roman Reigns tried to repeat what he did last week, spearing LA Knight, but things didn't work out. Roman Reigns tries to spear LA Knight, but LA Knight takes down Sneak Ass Roman Reigns with a BFT. Roman Reigns gets face planted on the ring with a BFT by LA Knight. That didn't work out for Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns retreating with Jimmy Uso. LA Knight standing tall, and that's gonna do it for the show. What did you think of the main event?
But everybody's gonna say who's gonna be the winner. LA Knight. So the LA Knight is gonna come out the victor. Well, we'll have to see how the results are, but LA Knight is gonna come out the victor against Roman Reigns. Of course, if Roman's gonna try his sneak attacks, LA Knight has better has the awareness now to to be careful around Roman, because of course Roman is going to try to pull off his sneak attacks against him. It works sometimes. It works. It doesn't work. It doesn't work all the time. And Roman Reigns, you know, he tried to do it. It didn't work out, and he paid for it. So he's got to learn his lesson.
All right, so that will do it for this past week's Friday Night Smackdown. That was a great show. Honestly, like not a lot of segments. For me, I think this will be. I'm gonna give this show a B plus. I don't think it deserves the A. I just think that it's not a lot. There were some matches that were but I'm giving this show a B plus. How about you?
I am going to give this show. I'll give it a B plus also, because it was short, compact, and it gave us a good preview of what's to come with Crown Jewel, with all these matches coming up. Um, it's really good. It's really good for us. So it's going to be really exciting. I can't wait to see what happens.
All right, so that will do it, guys. Before we finish, I'd like to make some clear that Crown Jewel once again is like I said before, just a reminder that Crown Jewel will be streamed on Peacock next Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time, since it's in Saudi Arabia. So it's going to be a great show. Me and Canadian Yorker are going to be doing our Monday Night Raw recap video on Thursday. Yes, Thursday, a little late because Canadian Yorker has a special guest. I know we've said that before, but we got to see if this guy can make it. I'm not sure. Canadian Yorker's got to let me know if he can make it. But we have a special guest, just a guest, a guy that likes WWE. He might be joining us on Thursday night, so who knows? So, and then basically, Crown Jewel is Saturday. We got Survivor Series War Games coming up. I believe November. I believe it's one of the end of November, and then, like I said before, me, Canadian Yorker, and Joey are going to Monday Night Raw on December 4th in Albany, New York, where we're from. It's going to be 2 weeks after Survivor Series War Games, so I can't wait to see what matches there are when we go there. Hopefully, it's going to be a good long ass event. I know that we went to like an event in November 2 years ago. That was just super short. I hope it's not short like that. But yeah, that's basically it. That's a recap for WWE Friday Night SmackDown. And anything you'd like to add?
No, nothing else. Just looking forward to the upcoming events.
All right, I'm Bruin Steel, your host. Thank you guys for watching. If you haven't done so, hit the like button, subscribe. Like I said, sometimes I stream the WWE, but like I said, my stream was horrible last week, so I don't know how it's gonna be this week. But I definitely would probably won't be I won't be streaming tomorrow because I'm working tomorrow evening, which Monday Night Raw is gonna happen. But yeah, we'll see you Thursday. Thursday we're doing our recap. Plus, Thursday we'll be doing our Crown Jewel recap video. So we're going to be recapping Crown Jewel. So we're doing two videos Thursday. So yeah, I am Bruin Steel, and once again, Canadian Yorker is joining us today. Yeah, and we are out.
Take care.